In 1983, the first mobile device was launched to market. The Motorola Dynatec 8000X was a heavy brick-like device that was, well, not very mobile, but still caused a great sensation. Since then, thousands of models appeared, and in just a few years, cell phones decreased in size and weight and went from being a luxury device to a mainstream commodity, becoming the most rapidly adopted technology in human history.
Mobile devices, without a doubt, are the single most transformative hardware change that's occurred in the last 10 years.
Today, everything is a couple of buttons away.
When you think about marketing and how it relates to mobile technology, I think you have to realize that people see their mobile devices as extensions of themselves now.
By 2015, there will be more than one mobile device per person on Earth. Your customers are already mobile. Are you?
It's super exciting. There's a big shift underway in mobile.
A couple of years ago, if you were a retailer, you could get somebody walk in your store and then you basically had them until they were walking out again. Now you're having to compete in your own store for the first time, which takes some fundamentally rethinking of how you're interacting with consumers.
I don't think anyone yet has figured out how to infiltrate someone's relationship with their cell phone as a brand in a way that doesn't feel very disruptive to that person.
Advances in mobile technology and consumer mobile device usage models have affected a wide variety of industries, including art, business, culture, social networking, exploration, design, photography, film, music, and of course, marketing.
There's been a radical shift in the social media era to an environment in which, brands and companies really don't have consumer attention anymore.
The way that we're going to interact with our information is becoming far more natural, with gestures, with voice, with apps that are far more aware of where you are and who you are and giving you a more personal experience.
On this episode of Market, apps, tablets, gadgets and phones that enable convergence, new ways of interaction, and create innovative touchpoints with consumers. Find out what consumers expect to receive, what privacy limits should not be crossed, and how to make the most out of this mobile world. "2012 has been said to be the year of mobile marketing. More and more, social media and mobile will have to combine to create user experiences that attract attention.
Mobile marketing has massive potential. The beginning of mobile marketing was too driven by push marketing. And if I'm walking by a Starbucks, I don't want my cell phone to start vibrating and giving me a coupon for Starbucks. But applications like Foursquare hold great potential, because if I'm walking by Starbucks and I actually check into Starbucks and then I see a little notification that pop up saying, special here, click more for details, and then I can opt in to a discount, well, that's much more incentivizing than the push marketing of early mobile marketing. So the combination of mobile and social is really what's going to drive mobile growth in 2012.
Mobile searches have grown over 4 times since 2010. By 2013, more people make use of mobile phones than PCs to get online.
So what this means for all marketers, whether they're brand marketers or strategic marketers, is that they have to learn to use the technologies and the techniques that consumers value. They need to be where the consumer is, speaking to them in the way that the consumer expects to be spoken to. And what that means is, very specifically for mobile,
Tony Salvador from Intel believes that more and more devices will appear to meet with tailored needs. Products will no longer be able to fit in strict categories. Is that a phone, or is that a small laptop? A tablet, or a convertible notebook?
when you begin to think of how marketing might be pushed to those devices, I think you have to treat that with care, because it's okay for us to like open a web browser and visit a web page and see banner ads and like, oh yeah, well, I get how that works. But if I open like an app on my phone and I see a banner ad, you begin to feel a little bit more that something about our privacy has been breached.
So, what's the limit? Brand messages are already loud and in your face. If they get access to even more devices, when is a lot way too much?
Companies that are thinking about geolocating people and taking advantage of those properties as opposed to delivering an ad on a cell phone. That is the last thing I want to see on my cell phone, is an ad. It really is, because I'm trying to do work, I'm trying to do so much. That feels not valuable to me, but what feels valuable to me as a user is when I'm in a place and all of a sudden everything around me becomes relevant because these brands or the carrier knows where I am and knows what's valuable to me.
It's all about timing, isn't it?
Digital technology enables brands to have a conversation with their customer. This thing lives with me all the time. And it knows, now to a large extent, it knows where I am. It knows who I'm talking to. But I think you have to treat that with real care. It's not just intelligence, but understanding the tolerance that people have for receiving marketing messages on this device. I think the more and more marketing messages that appear on mobile devices, then people are kind of probably going to feel like they push back against it even harder. It depends on what you're doing with the device. For example, if you're browsing the Twitter feed, then if there's a way for like kind of ads to be built into that in a way that doesn't feel necessarily like you're having an ad served to you, that's another opportunity. But I think it always needs to feel like a company has treated the fact that they're appearing on this very private device with respect.
Offering relevant information is what matters most to consumers, and helping them find solutions to their everyday problems will gain loyalty points.
So I think that when you think about like how mobile digital marketing might work, it has to be very, very careful.